Hi, I'm Lina from Barlates Body Blitz, and here's my fur baby Minnie. Welcome to day 10 of the 21-day Perky Lifted Butt Challenge. How's it going for everyone? Are you feeling your glutes tightening and lifting? Are you also feeling your hips and your outer thighs and all of the connections around your glutes? I hope you are. I really hope you are. If you're not feeling it, then once again, it is really to do with how hard you're squeezing. But if you're a super advanced exerciser, you may want to add some ankle weights to some of the exercises, or maybe a resistance loop if I'm not using one. Or just make sure that you're doing a couple of the workouts at least, maybe 3 or 4 of the days in a row, okay? If you're super hardcore, then maybe you're already doing day 1 to day 10 today, right? And if you're doing that, you're definitely gonna feel it. But if you're not feeling it enough, there are ways to make it harder, right? You know me, there's always ways to make it harder. Okay, today we're going to be using our resistance loop around the ankles. It's a heavy loop. You want to make sure it's heavy enough, and you want to make sure that you've got enough stretch, because we're going to be lunging back, and with that lunge there's going to be a bit of a wider angle, so you don't want a really tight loop where you can't move around, because the motion is more to do with the extension rather than really trying to get a heavy loop. We're going to use the chair for balance. You don't really need the chair today, but we're going to have it there just in case, because I don't want you to think about balance instead, or sacrificing the fact that we're working the glute, okay? So I'd rather have something there in case you start wobbling, because it's not about wobbling today, it's about intently working the glute, okay? So we're gonna come into this staggered stance. So you're just basically stepping back, and then I want you to come up on the heel of the back foot. So you've got kind of a stretch in that loop already. You don't want it fully stretched, because we will be stepping back a tiny bit. From here, I want you to think about all of those form pointers again. Breathe in through the nose, breathe out, and as you breathe out, suck up through that pelvic floor, slightly tipping your hips, and making sure you've got the weight towards the back and inside of that leg, and you are already feeling your lower glutes engaging. So it's that wrapping in and forward motion. From here, you can either have your hands up on the chair already, or you can kind of let them drop, and we're going to step back a little bit more, and then I want you to press into that loop so that your butt is squeezing here. Then from that point, we're going to come down. So I want you to keep pressure on that loop, come down, not allowing the knee to come over the toe. Push back up with this inner thigh and under glute. Okay, so you're not pushing up through the heel like we usually would. You're really thinking push up through the glute. And then we're going to do that again. We're stepping back further, stepping in, coming down, coming up. Step back further, stretch, step in, come down, come up. Okay, that's the demonstration. Okay, I'm not going to count yet. So this is one of those exercises where you really could be doing nothing. But if you do it properly and you think about this glute, this underside where it meets the hamstring, that's what we're focusing on. And then squeezing this glute and keeping that leg super extended, okay? So that's your 2 jobs. Think underside glute, think squeeze this glute when the leg is extended, okay? So from here, we're gonna start. We're gonna come in a bit. We're gonna extend and squeeze. We're gonna come forward. We're going to go down, push up through that heel, extend and squeeze, come forward, down, push up through that heel, extend and squeeze, down, and even on the way down, think squeeze, squeeze, think both squeeze up and down, squeeze, squeeze both, down and up, squeeze, squeeze both, slow and controlled, and up. And if you prefer to be here and just really sit back, then that works too. In fact, that probably feels a bit better. Even for me, not having my arms coming down, but really thinking about sitting back. Okay, so remember, sit back. It's not a down and up, it's a sit back Come up with control, squeeze. You have to be high up on that back toe in order to really be able to squeeze here, okay? And as you're coming in, this is 11. As you're coming in with this leg, stay up on the tippy toe. And don't put too much weight on the chair. Down and squeeze up with both. Back squeeze. In. And it's that wrapping motion. It's the squeeze to the front. So it's down. Squeeze and wrap slightly to the front as you come up. 15. Sorry if I miscounted, you know me. I get carried away. And I'm going to concentrate now. Wrap front, 17. Squeeze that glute at the back. 19. 20. There is always tension on the loop, okay, even on the in. 21. Now, if you want to, you could, as you come up, slightly lift this leg. That, my friends, is the next level. Slightly lift this leg, which means you're not using it for weight, okay? You've got all the weight in this one. And squeeze it up. So we're on 25. Squeeze it up. Come on, you can do this. You just got to really think about it. If I'm going too fast, slow it down. 28. 29. 30. Now step back. Squeeze the heck out of this glute. Stay low in this leg. Bend, hinge forward from the hips a little bit, and we're just going to come up and down, tap, transferring all the weight into this heel. Tap. Squeeze, squeeze, parallel stance. Weight in this heel. Come on, squeeze both glutes together. A few more like this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. So we've just got the other side now. Now you know what to expect. So if you need to shake it out a bit, shake it out. Make sure that your loop is nice and flat so it's not cutting into you. And we're going to start with the other leg in front. Now it's going to be slightly narrower to begin with. You got to make sure that as you step back, you've got tension on the loop, but not so much that it's actually going to snap, right? And then you're going to squeeze this glute. All the weight is in the heel and the inside of the foot. Once you see it looked in front of you, I don't want you turning your hips out. I want everything parallel. Deep breath in. As you blow out, suck everything in and up and slightly tip those hips. Okay, so we're going to step back. Squeeze that glute. Come in and it's down and it's up. Back and squeeze. It's slightly in, down, and it's up. So remember, squeeze here, come in, now sit back and come up. And as you go back and up, you're thinking pushing into the floor, but also just squeezing this underside of the glute, wrapping it forward. Back squeeze, come in and down slowly, up slowly, back squeeze. Now remember, if you want to really challenge it, down slowly, up, lift that back leg, squeeze it. Come in, stay up on that tippy toe, and up, back, and in, come down, and up. I said down, but I really mean sit back. You are coming down, but you're sitting back. and up. That's 9. Keep breathing. 10. Down and push through that foot. 11. Down. Squeeze. 12. So that back leg, as you are coming up and down here, the back leg is almost weightless, right? 13. Squeeze. You've got to remember to squeeze. Down and it's up. 14. Down and up. Come on, we can do this. Make sure there's enough tension on your loop. If you're stepping in too close and then there's no tension here, then you've got nothing to squeeze against. You are squeezing, but it really isn't going to be doing that much. You need a lot of tension on that loop. I think that's 20. I totally lost count. Okay, concentrate, Linda. 21. And down, squeeze. 22. And 23. Stay up high on that tippy toe. 24. 25. Down and 26. 27. Come on, you can do it. 28. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 29. Minis off. And 30. Now hold it. Hold it here. Squeeze that glute. Come down on this leg. And we're going to do those tiny tap raises. Are you ready? Everything is aligned. It's up, tap, up, tap. So you're slightly raising that back leg, but you're keeping your knee from moving. Okay, don't move the knee. Up, up. Pelvic floor is in. Weight is towards the back and inside of the foot. 6, 5. Come on, stay low. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Done. Oh my goodness, take off that band. Did you feel that in the end? Maybe figure 4 stretch here. That was definitely a big burn. That whole stretching, you're stretching, but then you're also contracting. So it gives you double. It gives you a stretch in your glutes, and it gives you that squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And the band definitely makes it more intense. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you at day 11 very soon. Bye for now.